bag is packed. I just have to switch to battery, put the wet weather case on this, which is going to decrease the quality. I'm going to have to take off this wide angle lens here so it's a bit more in your face. Or I might try to have it on, but water droplets just show up really bad on screen if I have the wide angle lens on. So we'll play it by ear. Not really a contribution. Well, pretty much all my best gear I got like for free thanks to you choosing me for some kind of activity at that job. So I'm calling it your contribution. Put my plastic bag away. It's shaky here. Get this mounted. Sorry, give me a sec. Alright, power's connected. We're good to go. Don't really have to do it on right now, but my boots stay outside of the body of my tent, so they just sit in nature. Make sure you check your boots before you put them on in the morning. Yesterday I was doing that on stream, saying you should check your boots, and there's like a snail or a slug in there, and it came out on my hand, and I flicked it off. Shouldn't really have to in a hotel room, but it's in general good advice when you're outdoors. backpack, breast pocket. Or I run out of money. So, things are gonna look weird for a minute. My lens on for now. If it's really raining, the lens will get too spotted with rain, so we'll take it off at that time. But so one more one. We're good. Let's roll. Is it auto lock? Oh, it is auto lock. I had to lock myself.
Checking out?
Just checking out, yeah.
Okay, are you gonna want your receipt?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
All content.
You're welcome to those as well.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
So I got some walking to do. It's probably a couple kilometers. I'm probably gonna grab a breakfast sandwich along the way, because all I've had is so far is a couple almonds, and now I've got this raisin snail pastry. But I'm gonna be hungry. good to be clean, freshly showered, with dry equipment. Even though it's already raining, it's like, man, I feel good. That was totally worth the little expenditure to give myself a good night's sleep, nice shower, and the ability to drive everything out. Gotta take off these guys? Yeah. So we're working on the side. I'll check in once in a while. Awesome. Yeah, I hope to see you back here. And thanks again for getting me all this gear and everything. You make this possible. Yeah, so have a good day, man. Dan Jeanette, thanks for following. Yeah, so right now, I don't know how long everyone's been watching, but I've been live for almost an hour and a half, and that was a hotel stream, and now it's a walking stream, and it's going to be a walking stream for a little bit, because I'm way on the north side of Tillamook, and I need to get to the south side to actually be able to hitchhike out of town, so I got a ways to go, but I promise it will be a hitchhiking stream going forward. Because there's a lot of times when you're hitchhiking where you're not actually hitchhiking. You're either trying to get to your spot or you're doing other things. And you guys get to see the whole process. As interesting or uninteresting as it is at that time. And we do this rain or shine. When I was doing some market research before I left, I went and checked out some IRL streamers that mostly did in real life streaming, and most of them are in California, but when it was raining, they took days off. We hitchhike rain or shine, regardless of the weather. So, albeit the viewing quality probably goes down a little bit when the weather isn't great, because I have to put on a waterproof case, and you're going to lose some audio and video quality. Also, inevitably there's going to be rain splatter on the lenses at some points, and that decreases the video quality as well. But still, I'm doing this rain or shine, and I do apologize for any decrease in quality, but that's part of hitchhiking, is being out in the elements, and I wanted to show people what hitchhiking's like, and standing outside in the rain is definitely a part of that. Yeah, I'm gonna try and show you guys some of the town. Looks like that. So it's kind of, as you can see, so I'll try and give you a little bit of a view. Yeah, like I was saying in the hotel, with loading the weight far away from your back pulls you back. I can feel that on myself right now. I have a bit of extra things in that bag that I didn't have on other days, and I can feel that extra weight just pulling the bag back on my shoulders. Because yeah, the goal with packing your bag is to get the most weight as close to your back as possible. Yeah, I got a pretty late start to the day, because I slept in. I really enjoyed being in a bed for one night. Yeah, you get some weird looks. People smiling in their cars looking at me. It's this weird selfie stick contraption. It's a combination of like a bendy tripod thing that I screwed onto a selfie stick. And then, yeah, it's quite the contraption. Promise this will be a hitchhiking stream soon. I think you guys are probably tired of staring at my mug, so I'll spin you guys around and show you the town a bit. Tillamook. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I like this town. Got a small town feel to the downtown area. I tell you, when I was relaxing and getting up or walking around the hotel room, I was feeling it in my legs. Body still isn't quite adapted to the amount of walking with weight I'm doing yet. Pretty soon I'll be used to it and I can walk all day, but for right now, I'm still adapting. In good time. Persevere, overcome. Some splatter. Okay, when the camera's facing me right now, the wind's blowing towards me, so the rain is kind of hitting the back of the phone, so it's not hitting the lens. So for the most part, the video looks like it's okay, but when I spin it around, then you get the raindrops blowing into the lens, which messes with the view a bit. I'm gonna keep trying to improve the quality of the stream as I go. So I'm still just learning at this whole live streaming thing. It's only day 5. We'll get there. Just in the bag. Something you can see in a fast food joint. Just want a breakfast sandwich. That's all I want. Got a decent breeze today. Not as bad as it was 2 nights ago. That was a wild night in my tent. So far, northwestern U.S. has been a place of unpredictable weather. No matter what the weather is, it never stays that way for more than a couple minutes. Kind of getting to the end of town. Barn, appearance sensor. Well, looks like no food. Whoops. Oh, I'll eat this pastry and we'll hit up the next town. Let's see what I'm doing. This is the end of town. Still 2-lane road. It's about up there. I don't know if you can see that sign. It says the lane's going to merge into one. Probably right after that lane merges into one, that's where I'm going to hitchhike. So, stay tuned. This ground is really wet. Across the road. this would be a good spot. I'm not quite good you guys can see it, but so yeah, my 3 rules, or the 3 things I look for. Long line of sight. It's gonna be long enough after this roundabout, that'll be okay. A wide enough shoulder to pull over. It's looking all right up there, and the 2 lanes goes down into 1, so this this furthest right lane is gonna be abandoned for the most part by this point. And slow traffic, which this will have because we're right at the end of town and people haven't had the time to speed up to highway speeds yet. So this will work. When I get there, I'm gonna set you guys down on a tripod and eat this pastry because I'm a little bit hungry. But during that time, I'll be throwing my thumb out. So yeah, we'll see what happens. This to do. Let's get you guys set up and me on the road. Pastry's pretty good. different hand signals drivers give as they drive past, letting me know that it might not be worth them to pick me up. One sec. So there's the one I got just then was he went like this, like small distance, means they're not going very far, so it might not be worth it. And there's like pointing left or right, which just means they're turning off soon, so again it's local traffic, so it might not be worth getting a ride. Those are the main ones, really. But it's always appreciated when they show you that they, I don't know, they at least acknowledge you and be like, yeah, I would, but due to this reason, short distance, I won't, yeah. Does that make it worse or better? I think I'm gonna pull up the sign. A lot easier to squat down and look at how the stream's doing if I don't have my 60 pounds on my back. It's part of the reason why I decided to pull up the sign and put the bag down. I'll be putting the bag down, it starts to get it wet again, or I just dried it out. But such is life. And it falls down. Which is, I think, the thing I like the least about this bag is it doesn't stand up well. My last bag stood up really nice. But my last bag also weighed about twice as much. So, and it didn't have as many convenient features. And it wasn't as comfortable to wear, so I think this one downside is worth it.
lots of waves, so that's nice. I don't think it'll be too long. Yeah, and the people that I've met that are from this area have said that, yeah, generally the local population in kind of this rural part of Oregon are pretty nice, pretty welcoming. So I don't think I'll pick them people. Someone pick me up, rather. Chat. I just haven't had any, or I can't see any messages recently, and I've had my chat freeze on me before. It's great to just watch. I just want to make sure my chat isn't frozen, and I'm just talking to myself while you guys are actually saying something, and I'm not responding. I just haven't seen anything since Yusuke left, which is fine. I'm just curious if anyone's put in. You're here. Oh, okay. Perfect. Time is it? 11:12. I think before 11:30 I'll have a ride. That's my guess. Any other guesses? I'm guessing, okay, 11:27. I'll give an accurate guess. It's just annoying because, yeah, you guys have to suffer through a decrease in quality, both video and audio. But yeah, if you're prepared for the rain, there's nothing wrong with it. Albeit camping is a bit of another story. Just standing outside in the rain ain't bad. But camping in it and especially taking down your tent when everything's soaking wet and you got to pack it all into your bag soaking wet, that's no fun. But being in the rain isn't too bad. There's a decent breeze. I hope there's too much wind noise in your ear, because that's a really annoying sound, so hopefully it's not too bad. Lots of downtime with hitchhiking. Average wait time is right in the 15 to 25 minute-ish range in 700 or so rides. So, like, my most recent ride I got in about 5 minutes, the one that took me to Tillamook. My longest ride on this trip's probably been about an hour before just over an hour before someone picked me up, which in hitchhiking terms is really barely any time at all. So we've done pretty well. Wait time on this trip has been 0 minutes because someone offered me a ride before I even started hitchhiking. I was just getting my gear together, and Christian from 2 days ago gave me a ride. Sorry, little one, need you for something? All good. Welcome back. I'm actually hitchhiking now. This Hitch Live thing is actually hitchhiking live now. It's no longer a hotel stream or a walking stream. It's an actual hitchhiking stream. I guessed that I would be picked up by 11:27, so we'll see how accurate I am. Or be picked up at 11:27. Lots of waves from people today. That's nice. Hitchhiking stream achieved. Woo! We're actually hitchhiking, boys and girls. It only took almost 2 hours, but we got there. There should be a lot more of this today. Yesterday we caught 4 rides. The day before we caught 4 rides. I'm hoping for about the same or more today. So we'll see how she goes. What a beautiful day. It's windy, it's rainy. It's perfect. Love it. But yeah, like I said before, I really don't mind the rain. I really don't mind what you call miserable weather. It's just camping in it that I don't really like. Say for an example, an officer stopped by, could he move you unlawfully? Like, I've had police officers pick me up and take me to a better spot and stuff like that. If you're asking if it's illegal here and if you could tell me to move on and tell me to stop, it's legal here in Oregon on a state highway. If I was on the interstate, that would be another story, but speaking of police, like, guaranteed somewhere on these streams we're gonna have some police interactions. when you're hitchhiking, it's just going to happen. For the most part, mine have been pretty positive. Just try to be polite with them. Same as the UK, really. I'm a police officer, but rarely have to pull up to hike here. Yeah, actually, I got in trouble in the UK for hitchhiking on the M6. I didn't mean to hitchhike on the M6. There was a miscommunication. I got dropped off right on a junction between the M6 and the motorway going east-west, and I was on like a closed-off highway. There wasn't much I can do, and yeah, an unmarked police officer picked me up and got a little mad at me, which I get. I understand. As much as I can, I try to follow the rule of the law, especially when I'm in a foreign country. And when I say foreign country, I mean any country other than Canada, because I'm Canadian. Begging for attention. Yeah, I know it was a bad thing. Yeah, these guys only spoke Spanish. I was telling them I was going to the city north up the M6, and then at the first junction on the motorway, they split off heading east. And I'm like, no, I want you to go north. So they just let me out, and then I walked back onto the M6. And as I'm walking, I walk underneath this this electronic banner notification system that is above the highway, and it's turned off. But as I start walking towards it, all of a sudden it turns on and it flashes, "Caution, pedestrians on motorway," and flashes a brand new speed limit as a caution. At that point, I'm like, well, they know I'm here. I'm not going to be here much longer. I can do Spain in the summer. That would be great. Hot, but awesome. Yeah, I haven't hitchhiked in Spain yet. I did all around Europe. I chose not to go to Spain. I have heard hitchhiking is difficult in Spain for whatever reason. Maybe they have a reason. There's a website called HitchWiki, the hitchhiking Wikipedia, hitchwiki.org. And maybe they have more info on Spain hitchhiking. Yeah, I prefer cold weather because you can fight it. I don't do well in hot weather. Hiking through Spain. Sorry, I just saw hiking and I'm like, oh, hitchhiking. But yeah, hiking in Spain would be beautiful. Yeah, I actually hitchhiked through the middle of Australia last fall, and yeah, those are problems you run into. Water, shade, just heat exhaustion. It can catch up to you really quickly. Like, when I'm here, I carry just 1 liter of water. That's all I carry. I didn't even bother filling it up before I left today because I can just open my mouth and get a satisfactory amount of water from the sideways rain we're getting. But in Australia, I carried 5 liters of water when I was in rural parts of the middle, like near Alice Springs and stuff like that. Because I didn't know how long I'd be out there, and I usually tell myself I want at least 2 days worth of like safety as far as my supplies and equipment. And when it's 35 to 40 degrees, you need a lot of water to stay sufficiently hydrated. So yeah, I'd carry 5 liters with me in Australia when I was in the middle part, the hot part, the dry part. Because yeah, prepare for the worst. But that is annoying because 5 liters of water, That's 5 kilos of water. Wait, right? Yeah, 5 kilos of water. So 11 pounds of water. It's a lot of extra weight. Damn it, Os, I give it to you. You're still doing that there. I like the difficulty of it. To me, my biggest hitchhiking achievements, and I like the difficulty of places that you would think are difficult. So my biggest accomplishments in my mind are Australia through the middle, Russia from Latvian Russian border to Vladivostok, and the Canadian Arctic in winter. Last February, I hitchhiked up to the Canadian Arctic from Calgary to Nunavik, Northwest Territories. Next, we're hitchhiking to the moon. We'll see. Or maybe Mars too. I'll just go to Cape Canaveral and stand by the launch pad with my thumb out and see where I get. But yeah, those are the 3 ones I'm, I guess, most proud of because they're difficult, mentally at least. Yeah, Australia, Russia, and the Canadian Arctic in winter. But those trips weren't always fun because of those conditions. It can be rough at times. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That'll be me. I'll be the first intergalactic hitchhiker. You mark my words. It's actually a really comfortable temperature for being outside and walking and all that jazz. If you get a little cold, I can throw a layer on. But walking, it's not so warm that I'm going to sweat regardless of layering. So this is decent. I'm pretty happy with the weather even though it's raining.